What is up, guys? Welcome on back to Auto Intel Daily. In today's video, we're talking about the Diesel Truck Emissions Liberation Act, or the Diesel Truck Liberation Act. It's got different names floating around the Senate now, but it has to do with emission systems. And the full bill is now out. I talked about this on TK's Garage. We're going to talk about it here, obviously. And I want to, put it up on the screen. We'll go over it. We'll talk about it and why it's important right after this. All right, guys, so the full text of the bill has been posted. It is available. Anybody can go read it. Anybody can go see it. I have it right here. If you go to congress.gov, you can pull it up and read it for yourself. But I'm going to read it for you here in full because I think it's important. I think this is one bill that could literally change everything when it comes to freedom to do what you want with your property, including your truck, your car, whatever, gas and diesel. So let's get into it. 119th Congress, first session, to prohibit the enforcement of laws relating to the installation, certification, and maintenance of emission control devices under the Clean Air Act and for other purposes. In the Senate of the United States, Ms. Loomis introduced the following bill, which was read twice and referred to the committee. To prohibit the enforcement, it's called a bill. You can see it right here, a bill. To prohibit the enforcement of laws relating to the installation, certification, and maintenance of emission control devices under the Clean Air Act, and for other purposes. 1, be it enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America and Congress assembled, Section 1, the short title. This act may be cited as the Diesel Truck Liberation Act of 2025. Section 2, prohibition on enforcement of emission control device laws. This eliminates all of the, well, what if this? They could still do this. No, they can't. They can't. No EPA, no state EPA, no federal EPA, no enforcement agent. They all lose their jobs like this. They're gone. They're done. They're not going to be able to do anything with cars or trucks anymore. In general, notwithstanding any other provisions of law, including Title II of the Clean Air Act, that is 42 USC 7521 ET sequence, no federal law, and then they put this into parentheses, including regulations and executive orders, may require a manufacturer, importer, or distributor of motor vehicles or motor vehicle engines to install, certify, or maintain any emission control device or onboard diagnostic system on any motor vehicle or motor vehicle engine. That's any, not just diesel, any. B, no authority. The administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency may not promulgate or enforce any requirement under the Clean Air Act 42 USC 7401, including a regulation promulgated under that act or any other federal law, including regulations that require the installation or maintenance of emission control devices or onboard diagnostic systems on motor vehicles or motor vehicle engines. C, no liability. Notwithstanding any other provision of law, no person or entity shall be subject to civil or criminal liability under any federal law, including regulations for the manufacture, sale, importation, purchase, use, or modification of a motor vehicle or motor vehicle engine that does not contain an emissions control device or onboard diagnostic system. Does it make it any clearer for you? Repeal of regulations. Oh, we're not just banning it, we're also repealing all of it. Repeal of regulations. Any regulation promulgated under the Clean Air Act 42 USC 7401 or any other federal law related to the installation, modification, or removal of emission control devices, onboard diagnostic systems on motor vehicles or motor vehicle engines shall have no force or effect. And this is the big one right here. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of a cold or something. Vacatur. Expungement. With respect to any of the conduct described in this section for which criminal or civil liability has been attached, any criminal penalty or imprisonment shall be vacated, and any record of a finding with respect to criminal or civil liability shall be expunged. This is the largest, biggest, most important piece of legislation when it comes to automobile freedom that has ever been proposed. It takes the federal government out of your life. Period. They can't do anything to you about a car, a truck, a diesel car, a gas car. You want to take the catalytic converters off your friggin' Impala? Do it. You want to take the EGR valve and delete the DEF and the DPF filter off your truck? Do it. This law is important. And it's funny. Yes, I know it's pie in the sky. Because I already know that nothing's going to change. I know it's pie in the sky, but they're using it right now. Oh, you want to continue your subsidies with Obamacare? You want us to sign on for that, to reopen the government? Okay, we want this. we want this. You know what the Democrats are like? Well, I mean, it is $1.5 trillion in subsidies. Do we really care? Remember, what have I already said? And I know most of you guys get this from the TK's Garage channel, but what have I always said? It's never been about the environment. It's never been about people's health. It's never been about any of that. It's always, and has always been, nothing but money. It had nothing to do with air quality. It had nothing to do with smog in the air. It had to do with how much money can we skim? Can I hook up my homeboys, my family members, other people that could work at the California Air Resource Board or whatever? That's all it's been. It's never been about making the environment better. Period. I think Heavy D Sparks case is a prime example of that. I don't think the Utah Air got any better with them trying to sue Heavy D Sparks over off-road vehicles that were never used on public streets. But this guy's been fighting a case for 9 years because the law is a freaking joke. It's time that this stuff changes. I implore you, I ask, that you go over to congress.gov, look up this bill, Google it, send it to whatever representative you have. I don't care if they're a Democrat or a Republican, and tell them that you support it. Tell them that you want it attached to this continuing resolution. Because guess what? That means the Democrats have to vote for it. And if the Republicans are going to negotiate or do anything when it comes to, which I don't think they will, but if they do, if the Democrats are going to try to get these Obama subsidies, and the Republicans can slide in HR 417, can slide this in, can slide in some stuff they want for defense spending, I think that's a deal. Now, do I want 1.5? I'm fiscally conservative. Do I want $1.5 trillion for healthcare subsidies? No, I don't. They're COVID era subsidies. They don't even make sense now. That said, you know, someone's me, you don't want people not to have healthcare. Miss me with that. That's not the case at all. I just want common sense. That's it. If we could get some common sense going on, we'd be winning. We'd be exceptionally winning. So, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.